Hello, friends. We welcome you into Waterbury, Connecticut as we get set for CACC baseball here this afternoon on Senior Day. Anthony Altamirano with you as we get ready for Post and Goldey-Beacom. For the Eagles, today presents an opportunity to regain momentum during a critical stretch of conference play. Post enters at 24-21 on the season and remains firmly in the mix near the top of the conference standings. With postseason positioning now the focus, despite dropping their last two, the Eagles had won 5 straight prior, showing the kind of consistency they'll look to rediscover this afternoon. It's been a well-rounded effort this season for them, highlighted by disciplined at-bats and an offense that continues to generate traffic. Goldey-Beacom, meanwhile, comes in searching for answers. The Lightning enter on a 7-game losing streak and have struggled to find consistency, particularly on the road, where conference wins have been hard to come by. Still, they remain near the top of the standings and have already secured a postseason spot, thanks in part to a lineup capable of producing offense in a hurry with power and speed. This matchup also carries added significance beyond today. Both teams have clinched a playoff berth and currently sit in the top 4 of the conference standings, meaning they are in position to host a first-round series. With seeding still up for grabs and the CACC championship set to be played right here in Waterbury, every result from here on out plays a role in the road to the final stage. With Senior Day adding an emotional layer, the Eagles will look to feed off that energy while the Lightning try to turn things around and stop their recent slide. It's the Lightning and the Eagles coming your way. First pitch next. Back here on the CACC Network as we get ready for first pitch here. First pitch is going to be 11:02, just a couple minutes later than originally scheduled. On the hill for the Eagles to start off is going to be Justin Haskup, making his 11th start of the year today. So this one is going to be swung on, popped up. Will find its way into right field for a base knock. It'll bring up Neris Jr. And Askup, again, coming into this one with his 11th start of the year. Quality start in 4 of his last 6. He's got a 3-4 record with a 5.6 earned run average in 45 innings of work this year. So that one is in there for a strike. It's a big matchup for both teams as they currently both hold a top 4 spot in the conference standings. And that's going to be important because that would mean hosting in the first round. Throw to first, check on the runner, nothing doing. Jamie Naris, .319 average on the year with 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. Looks at one outside. So one on and nobody out here early on. Naris Jr., a sophomore infielder right out of Philly in Pennsylvania. One is outside to him. Naris is a 5'10" righty hitter, 185 pounds. Haskell sets the 2-1. The one is in there for a strike. Make it 2-2 now. Goldey-Beacom looking to strike first. They had struggled in their last couple games, coming to this one on a 7-game skid. The Eagles also coming on a little losing streak. Only back-to-back losses as that one's outside. Runner will go, and he was going to get caught very easily. I'm not sure what happened there from the runner's point of view. It looked like he thought it was maybe a pass ball. I'm not sure what he thought. He kind of stopped and hesitated midway through, maybe 3/4, I should say, through. And he got him. He got him caught right there when he was 3/4 through, so that would be the first out of the ball game. 3-2. Oh, and that hit him. Ouch. That one got him right on his arm near his elbow. That's got to hurt. He had 2 strikes on him. That's never fun, especially in cold weather. 47 degrees at the start of game time. It hurts just a little bit extra. Take a look at the keys to the game for the Eagles today. It'll be about playoff positioning with both teams already clinched and sitting inside the top 4. Focus now shifts to seeding, hosting in the first round on the line. And with the championship set for Waterbury, positioning can shape the entire postseason path as this one is lifted into center field. Center fielder is there to make the grab for the second out. And it's really about shaping their entire postseason path for the Eagles. Every inning matters with stakes this high. It's also about starting fast. Goldey-Beacom has struggled when playing from behind this season, especially during their current losing streak of 7 and on the road in conference play where they have struggled severely. And so for Post, it'll be about jumping out early and immediately applying that pressure, and that will allow them to dictate the pace of the game. With postseason implications and senior day emotion in play, it'll also be about late innings. Those become even more critical, and so limiting mistakes and executing in key moments, as well as staying composed under pressure, that'll be the difference as the both teams look to sharpen up heading into the playoffs. I'll bring up Roman Keith, 302 average on the year for him. Looked at a strike. And with 2 gone quickly, Haskell and the Eagles look to get out of this. Runner on first via the hit by pitch. Oh, that one inside almost plunks him again. Keith, a sophomore outfielder and pitcher, standing at 5'10" out of Shelbyville, Delaware. hits this one way up and foul. Keith, a righty batter. He also throws right. Standing at 5'10", 197 pounds. Haska getting set. Checks over at first. Nothing going on. That's going to be something we'll see a lot today. Goldey-Beacom is one of the best at stolen bases in the conference, so don't be surprised to see the Eagles check over on their lead runners often this game. This one is swung on and fouled. Good piece of hit in there, but couldn't quite pull it fair. So 1-2 with 2 gone and 1 on. Haska up the pitch. Checked his swing, and you're going to say fouled it off. Well, 1-2. The stretch and the pitch. Runner goes. That pitch be a ball. Tossed to second is in time, so it didn't matter anyway. So Keith will start off the inning for the Lightning next half. And they managed to get out of it. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We head to the home half of the first. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the home half of the first. The Eagles held off Goldey-Beacom in the first half inning. This one is swung on and fouled off. Gil Dolan, the batter here, who lead us off. A familiar leadoff hitter for the Eagles. Been the everyday leadoff hitter this season. Nothing changing here. So those Eagles look to snap their back-to-back losses, pick up a win here. That one is inside. One is swung on and gets by the second baseman for a base knock. And so Dolan picks up a hit. And that'll bring up Joey Cohen. And really, this is a familiar lineup that Coach Reese Gold has gone with all season long. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Cohen, the center fielder today. Takes a big cut there, swing and a miss. Cohen shows bunt, lifts it up, and hits off the catcher. And Dolan breaks for second. He'll make it in there. That'll likely be a pass ball that hits the catcher. So runner in scoring position now. Nobody gone. Well, that one is inside. Swung on and miss there. So 2-2 to count here. Make it 3-2, full count. Payoff pitch. Swung on and grounded to third. They'll toss it over to first in time for the out. So ground out there. Give you a 5-3. And that'll bring up Manny Contreras. Contreras, a senior, and he's out of Jaraboca, Dominican Republic. Swings and hits this one in foul territory, out of play. Starter for the Lightning will be the senior righty out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, making his 11th start of the season. He's got a 5-3 record with a 3.29 earned run average to go along with 53 strikeouts and 52 innings of work this year. Swan is swung on. Lifted up. Right field. And they're there to make the play for the out. So Contreras flies out. And that'll bring up Andrew Hartman. Hartman, one of the best hitters in the conference, and he's been a key run producer recently. He is definitely on a hot streak as he swings and hits this one right to second. Toss to first is going to be in time for the out. So nothing comes of Gil Dolan's leadoff single. And no runs and no errors. We are tied after one. Back here on the CACC network, we get set for the start of the second inning. As that'll bring up Roman Keith. He was the batter last time, but of course with the thrown out at second, he'll have another go at it with a fresh count. And he gets to face Justin Haskip. Tosses a strike there. Haskip in high school recorded over 20 career wins and over 200 strikeouts. He also earned a Pitcher of the Year award. This one is going to be right down the middle. There's a strike there. He thought it was a walk. Keith was getting ready to walk over to first, but umpire's like, nope, come back. Checks his swing, got him. Picks up the punch out. Keith is not excited about that. That's his 29th strikeout on the season. Swan is swung on, lifted up, first base territory, but the second baseman will come all the way over and pick it up. How about that? So Brent Williams ends up popping out on a play where the second baseman made it all the way over there. We'll bring up Bobby Stewart. Stewart has got a 273 average with 25 RBIs on the year. Swings and misses at that one for a strike. Well, that was his fastball there, and in high school, his fastball was topped at 82 miles an hour. That one is just a little outside. Haskip's got good control, too. That's what gets the batters a lot. Finds the strike zone, more specifically the edges of the strike zone, as this one is swung on and fouled away. Umpire will come out, dust off home plate. Haskip looking for his 30th K of the season. Well, that was a good pitch there, but laid off. And make it 2-2. Swung on and missed. There it is, his 30th K of the season, and he gets it in a good spot. Ends the inning. 1-2-3, go the Lightning. We head to the bottom half of the second. Back here on the CACC Network as we get set for the home half of the second still tie ball game here. Hunter Keller will lead us off. A senior playing third base today. Keller, a graduate, more specifically on the senior day, but he's out of Oxford, Connecticut, and then he's an infielder. He'll be the first to face Connor Blentz in this inning. They were able to pick up a hit in the last half inning, but nothing came of it after that. That one is in there for a strike. Clips the zone. Lays off on that one. The pitch. Swung on it, missed. Strike there. Kind of looks at the umpire. It's okay. Pitcher sets the pitch. That one is outside and ball 4. So Keller will lead it off with a walk. And that brings up the shortstop, Evan Cornwell. Pitcher sets. This one is chopped foul. Cornwell coming into this one with a 309 average, 28 RBIs. Keller leading off first. Nobody gone. Fouled off again. Now quickly 0-2 the count. Blentz in his 11th start got 53 strikeouts coming into this one with a 5-3 record. That one fouls and tips into the mitt of the catcher, so it'll be a punch out. So that'll bring up Jesse Alfala. That one is in there for a strike. Alfala comes into this one with an average sitting over 300 at 303, 17 RBIs on the year. Alfala, a junior infielder from White Plains, New York. Pitch to him. This one is grounded right back to the pitcher. Blentz on the run, tosses to first. Just gets him. I beat him by a half step, honestly. Well, Dolan able to move into, I should say Keller able to move into scoring position where Dolan was last time in the last half inning. Pitch. This one is grounded to third. Scooped up, tossed to first. Will be in time for the out. Well, no hits, no runs, no errors. We are still tied through 2. Back here on the CACC Network, Sean Roy, the batter here. Roy got a 283 average on the year with 8 RBIs. And he'll be facing up against Haskup. Start the third. Looks at a strike there. Roy a shortstop. And he's a freshman out of Newcastle, Delaware. Swings and misses there. Swan is swung on, hit to second. The toss to first is going to be in time for the out. We'll bring up Joey Current. Current a 2.61 average with 22 RBIs headed into this one. Current the catcher in today's ball game for the Lightning. Got a strike there, clips the outside of the zone. Current a senior from Denver, Pennsylvania. And he's standing at 5'11", 205 pounds. The 1-2. Oh, that one close. Calls it off, so it'll be a 2-2 count now. Contreras held that one. He wanted the call there, tried to frame it up nice for the umpire, but umpire not doing it. This one is outside, 3-2. Calling the balls and strikes today is Thomas Clare behind home plate. First base umpire William Peck, and at third, John Bone. This one is lifted into the outfield. It'll get down for a base knock, and he'll make his way to second for a double. First extra base hit of the game for the Lightning. That'll bring up Trey Mason. He shows bunt. Try to field it, Haskup, but he ends up slipping on the grass. And so everybody will be safe on that one. Well, after the single, that'll bring up the top of the order for the Lightning, and a big spot for them as they look to pick up their first run of the ball game. When he's in there for a strike. Caden Barmer with the task to do it. He's 1 for 1 today. Singled his last time up. Comes into this one with 13 RBIs and a 267 batting average to go with it. Thought about swinging there, laid off. Be a ball. Barmer, a freshman out of Edgewood, Maryland. Looking for the Lightning's first run of the ball game. Haskup looking to get out of it. Pitch. That one is in there for a strike. Two on, one gone. Here in the top of the third. Haskup Checks over on the lead runner. Nothing doing. Still 1-2. This one is grounded, gets by, so the Lightning will pick up a run there. Rounding second and headed to third will be the runner in Mason. And Lightning pick up an early lead off the RBI single from Barmer. Two singles for him. That makes him 2 for 2. I'll bring up Jamie Nearest Jr. This one is swung on and hit into left field. The left fielder is there to corral it. Toss in home. Will not be in time, so it'll be a sac fly there for Nearest Jr. Now Goldie's up 2-0. Bring up Jake Macy. He's 0 for 1 today, but comes into this one as one of the better hitters in the conference, sitting at an average of .367. This guy can impact the game in multiple ways as he fouls this one off. All right, now his average is 8th in the conference, and he has an OPS of 1.109, which is 5th in the conference. Haskell checks over at first. Runner is safe. You can see a lot of that today. The Lightning of Goldey-Beacom have the second most stolen bases in the conference this season with 126. Tossed to first. Not in time. These guys are not afraid to run. And after the double earlier, they have 100 doubles, which extends their lead in the conference. Of late, though, they haven't been too successful. Losers of 7 straight and 4 on the road. 7 is the second longest active losing streak in the conference. They only trail Lincoln in losses right now consecutively. Lays off on that one. Haskell gets set. Checks over at first. Still nothing going on over there. One on, 2 outs. The pitch. Got him. And to call him out, he is not thrilled with that one. Haskell able to get out of it, but not before the Lightning strike for 2 runs. They lead it 2-0. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 right now. The Lightning pick up an early lead here, but the Eagles will look to get back into it. The Evan Erglovich, the junior, out of Pennsylvania, to lead it off here for Post. And this half inning as he fouls that one off. Still out there on the hill for the Lightning is Connor Blentz. Pitch count under 30 entering the inning. This one is hit right back to him and ends up going into the outfield for a base knock. So Erglovich gets on and starts it up for the Eagles. I'll bring Il Dolan up. How about that from the 9-hole hitter? Brings up the top of the order. Dolan 1 for 1 today. Looks at a strike there. On the year, Dolan has been the everyday leadoff hitter for the Eagles. And he's hovering around a 300 average, sitting at 290 right now. 21 RBIs. Well, there's a strike there. Dolan in his sophomore season, he's a infielder who sits at 5'11", 172 pounds. And he looks at a ball there. He's a righty thrower, but a lefty hitter out of Massachusetts, and he's a transfer from University of Mass Division I. The Minutemen. Looks at a ball there. Be 2-2 now. Here's the pitch. This one he's fouled off. He's managing to stay alive here in this one. The Eagles able to work deep counts frequently, so he's showing it off here. Blentz sets the pitch. One is outside, a curveball there. Maybe tried to get him swinging, but Dolan holds off, so it'll be 3-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, so the payoff pitch good for the Lightning, and he's able to pick up a strikeout there. I'll bring up Joey Cohen. Cohen 0 for 1 today. Looks at a strike there. 0-1 to start off. Blentz, the pitch. That one in there for a strike, clips the outside of the zone. The 0-2. One outside and off speed. Tried to get him swinging there, but lays off. 1-2 now to count with 1 on, 1 out. That one is a good piece of hitting there. It's going to get down. That's a fair ball. And a single there. They'll hold him at second. And now the Eagles look to get something going here. So that'll bring up Manny Contreras, the catcher. And the 3-hole hitter in today's ball game. He's 0 for 1 today. Set a strike there, 0-1 now. Contreras, a 365 average, one of the better hitters in the conference. Comes into this one with 6 long balls, 38 RBIs to go with it. Swing and a miss, a good cut there, 0-2. Contreras will have to take a more patient approach now with 2 strikes on him. Have to be careful. Here's the pitch. Oh, that one is lifted into center field. Center fielder is there to make the grab for the out. So a fly out there, and that'll bring up Andrew Hartman. Hartman grounded out his last time up. Comes into this one as one of the hotter hitters in the conference. The season average sits at 336. He's got 50 RBIs. Throw to first. Not in time. So 1-0. Hartman's 50 RBIs are 3rd in the conference this season, and he's also an extra base monster with the tied for most triples. So it looks at a strike there. He's only got 5, but it is tied for the most. He's at a strike there. Two on, 2 out. The 1-2. This one is a good piece of hitting. That's going to get down. Might score the run. They're going to send him home. Erglovich rounding third. He is going to get in there as the Eagles get aboard for their first run of the ball game. That's courtesy of Andrew Hartman. The hot streak continues for him. Picks up his 51st RBI on the season. That'll bring up Hunter Keller. Gonna get hit there. That's gotta hurt. Bases now loaded. That's for Evan Cornwell now. That one right down the middle for a strike. Cornwell struck out in his last debut. He's got 28 RBIs and potentially has a chance to bring in a couple here. Maybe even unload the bases with a swing of the bat. This one is going to be fouled off. The pitch. Big cut there. Swung on and missed for the strikeout. So they leave the bases stranded, but not before a run comes in to score. 2-1, they still trail it. We head to the 4th. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the next happening, the top of the fourth here. Haskip, the pitch to Keith. He will foul this off. Keith is 0 for 1 today. Pitch to him. Set a ball. The 1-1 the count now. Check swing there. Be fouled off, so 1-2. The 1-2 from Haskip. One fouled off again. This one is lifted left field and deep. On the run, makes the grab for the out. A good piece of hitting there, but an even better piece of fielding for the Eagles. And that'll bring up Brent Williams. He's 0 for 1 today. He's got a 273 average with 17 RBIs. The pitch. This one is grounded to short, scooped up, tossed to first. It's going to be in time for the out. Good piece of fielding there again from the Eagles. Able to quickly get 2 outs here off of the 6-3 and the fly out before that. Now that'll bring up Bobby Stewart, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Stewart at 273, average 25 RBIs to go with it. One is outside. Goldey-Beacom struggled as of late. They've lost 4 straight road games. This one is grounded. It gets by the third baseman for a single. So Stewart able to get on. That'll bring up Sean Roy. Shortstop for the Lightning. Checks over at first, nothing going on. So 4 straight road losses for the Lightning, and they're only 1-5 in conference road games this season. They've lost 7 straight overall. One's in there for a strike. Sitting at 26-19 on the season. Runner at first will be safe. Roy 0 for 1 today. He's got a 283 average. One a little bit outside. Roy, a freshman, sitting at 5'10", 165 pounds. Nothing doing at first still. That one is going to be high for a ball. On deck for the Lightning will be Joey Curran. He's 1 for 1 today. He was able to pick up a double for their first extra base hit of the ball game as this one is fouled off. 2-2. 1 on, 2 outs. Here is the 2-2 from Haskip. Nope, checks over at first. Nothing doing over there. That one is low. Be 3-2 now. The payoff pitch be a walk. So that'll bring up Joey Curran after the walk from Haskip. Curran 1 for 1 today, 261 on the season with 22 RBIs, 3 home runs to go with it. And up to this point, pretty close game, although Haskip seems to be still trying to find his groove today. He does have quality starts in 4 of his last 6. The pitch. One is fouled off. He fouled off the catcher Contreras to make sure he's all right. Seems to be doing okay. Eagles coming into this one on back-to-back losses to Bridgeport, but at home they are riding a 3-game win streak and are 8-5 overall. Swing and a miss. Gets him there on the punch out. Leaves 2 stranded to go with it. So no runs coming to score. Goldey-Beacom still up by 1. Back here on the CACC network as we get ready for the home half of the fourth on this chilly Saturday afternoon in Waterbury. 50 degrees right now, 47 at the start of game. Already over an hour into this one. That one is in there for a strike. Jesse Alfala, the batter here. Alfala 0 for 1 today. Looks to change that here as the Eagles only trail by 1. Pitch, swung on, popped up. First baseman's calling for it, and he's there to make the play for the first out. I'll bring up Ryan Davey. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his last time up. Looks at a strike there. Davey, a freshman infielder from Arizona, standing at 5'9", 170 pounds. Fouls this one off the catcher. Umpire checks on him, make sure he's okay. And he is. That one gets away from the catcher for a ball. Well, Davey, a Chandler native in Arizona. Chandler just outside of Phoenix on the outskirts near Mesa. Here's the pitch. Swung is swung on, and it'll be foul. I can only imagine what Davey must be feeling about this New England weather. A lot of us used to this, but Arizona native probably not too used to the idea of being this chilly this time of year. So he swings on and misses that one for the strikeout. That'll bring up the first baseman, Evan Erglovich. Erglovich, a junior. He's a lefty hitter and lefty thrower. Fouls this one off. Hits this one back up the middle, shortstop there. Throws it to first in time for the out. So that'll end the inning here. It was 1, 2, 3, go the Eagles. Still 2-1. Goldie leads it. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the fifth. That one is swung on and lifted into left field. The left fielder is there to make the grab for the out. So our first pitch swinging here. And the fifth will be a fly out from the 9-hole hitter. That'll bring on the top of the order in Caden Barmer. He's 2 for 2 today. He brought in the first run of the ball game with an RBI single. He had 2 singles here as Contreras comes over to check on his battery man. Here comes Race Gold, the skipper for Post. Comes to talk to the umpire. Both skippers actually come out. Not sure what this is about. There's a pitch clock issue there. Both head coaches come out and talk to the umpire. Well, it looks like they'll try to get the pitch clock on. They were able to find it. There was a little blunder with it. Pre-game, they were missing it, and now it's been found, and so we move on with it now. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on and fouled away. Barmer, a 267 average, 13 RBIs, 2 home runs on the season. That's coming in. Picks up his 14th RBI now. Oh, and 2 the count to him. Nobody on, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th. Well, that one a little bit low for a ball. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. That one's in there. Picks up another strikeout on the day. Gets him looking. 2 gone now. On the backwards K. Marking his 5th strikeout of the day. That'll bring up Jamie Nearest Jr., who swings on this one and hits it into center field. It drops. Center fielder has some issues fielding it. Will toss it in. That'll be a stand-up double for Nearest Jr. It's his first hit of the ball game. He was hit by his pitch, and then he got a sacrifice fly. So, scoring-wise, that was actually also technically his first official at-bat, as the other 2 plays will not count as ABs. Now they're going to come to second and check on him. Jake Macy, the batter, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. They're still talking to Nearest Jr. over there. Now the umpire from home plate is awaiting to see what's going on over there. Right now they're just making sure he's okay. Looked like he got hurt, maybe on the run, potentially rounding first base. Comes Trainer now, too. Check on him. Checking to see if he can run. He looks like he's okay. He doesn't look to be hobbling. This, of course, a big game for both, as both teams right now could potentially fall out of the top four, or they could end up being the second seed. So this is a big game for both of these teams as they pursue towards the end, as it looks like they're going to bring them off. So it looks like Nearest will come off. He looks okay, at least walking, so I'm not sure if it was a leg injury or what. So now Haskell will get some practice pitches in. Looks like Goldie's still trying to figure out who they're going to bring out. So it looks like they figured it out. It'll be Connor Wilson, the sophomore infielder and outfielder from Clayton, Delaware, who will come in and pinch run for Nearest Jr. That was an extended break there from the ball game. So they were able to give Haskell a few pitches to kind of get back into the groove, as they're going to say he went. Well, there's 2 outs, 1 runner in scoring position. Haskell the pitch. That one is outside. One and one the count now. Well, that one just misses the zone. 2 and 1. Checks over at second. Haskell sets the pitch. One is outside. Make it 3 and 1. Jake Macy, a 367 average, 37 RBIs. And here's the 3-1 to him. Hits this one into right field. On the run. He's there to make the grab for the out. So nothing will come of the 2-out double. It's still 2-1 Goldie. Back here on the CACC Network as we get ready for the home half of the fifth. The Eagles still trailing by a run. And nobody's scored since the third inning, the only inning where we've seen runs so far. And a big swing and a miss there from the leadoff hitter, Goldey-Beacom. Fouls this one off. Dolan 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a single. Looks at a ball there. This one is fouled away. Pitch. Fouled off again. Dolan staying alive here. Here's the pitch. That one is upstairs. They laid off 2-2 now. One is outside, might make it 3-2. This one is going to be a base hit into the outfield. So Dolan gets his second single there of the afternoon. And that'll bring up Joey Cohen. Cohen 1 for 2 today as he hits this one, a ground ball, flips it to second for one, tossed to first in time. So they get the twin kill in there for 2 outs. That'll bring up Manny Contreras. Now 2 gone. Contreras 0 for 2 today, looking to change that. Here's the pitch to him. Outside, a ball. 2-0. That one is fouled off. Two and one, the count. 2 gone, nobody on. The Eagles trailing by a run here in the 5th. One is outside. 3-1. Oh, Hartman on deck now. There's 2 of the CACC's best hitters right here. As he draws a walk and brings up Hartman. He's red hot lately. Contreras gets aboard. Hartman is 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Comes in a good spot here. pops this one up. Foul territory, third baseman on the run. Can't make the play as it goes out near that home bullpen. Here's the pitch. That one is in there for a strike. So runner on, 2 outs, 0-2 the count. Hartman looking to get back into this AB. Runner goes. This one is lifted. Shortstop is there to make the grab for the out. So Eagles pick up a hit, but nothing comes of it. They also get a walk via Contreras. They leave one stranded. No runs, no errors. We played 5. We head to the 6th. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the 6th. Roman Keith, the batter here, as he takes a pitch there for a strike. 0-1 the count to him. Keith is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. That one is outside. Two and one the count. That one is going to be in there, clips the zone. 2-2 now. The pitch. Outside, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Oh, this one is a good piece of hit in left field. Gets down. That'll be a base knock for Keith. His first of the day. So that'll bring up Brent Williams. He's 0 for 2 today. Cleanup hitter Keith able to get aboard. Now Williams will look to bring him home. They have a one-run lead through 5. This one is fouled down the third base line. 0-1. Williams a 273 average with 17 RBIs coming into the day. And he's a sophomore infielder from Woodstown, New Jersey. Haskell checks over at first. Nothing going on. Well, Williams, a righty hitter, a righty thrower. He stands at 5'8", 165 pounds. One on, nobody out. That one up the middle. Shortstop there, flicks it to second for one. First on the stretch. Man, look at that double play. Well, that was a good piece of fielding from the Eagles. Erglovich stretches himself out to get the play there, beats him by just a step there. So after the double play, that'll bring up Bobby Stewart. He's 1 for 2. Singled and struck out. Looks at a ball there. One fouled away. Stewart, a junior infielder from Newark, Delaware. A 1-2 to him, tossed outside, 2-2 now with 2 outs and nobody on. Stewart, one of the taller players on the roster, standing at 6'1". Pitch to him. It's going to be outside. 6'1" and 185 pounds. He's a righty hitter, righty thrower. And he fouls this one off, what would have been ball 4 if he laid off. Haskell, the payoff pitch. Ball 4. Well, he gets aboard via the walk with 2 gone here. And that'll bring up Sean Roy, the shortstop. Roy walked and grounded out. Looks at a strike there. Roy, a 283 hitter on this season. He's brought in 8 RBIs. Roy, a freshman, lefty hitter, righty thrower. Then at 5'10", 165 pounds. He hits this one into the glove of the left fielder for the out. So the Eagles able to get out of it. 2-1 the score. We've played 5.5. We head to the home half of the 6th. Back here on the CACC network as we're getting set to watch Hunter Keller lead us off in the home half of the sixth. Keller, a graduate, was walked, and he's been hit by a pitch today. Be a strike there. Set a ball. The pitch to Keller. Oh, that one, wild pitch, ends up back behind the backstop. 2-1. Keller, 336 average entering the day with 31 RBIs. He has a long ball, too, this year. Grounds this one to second. Scooped up, tossed to first. He's going to be in time for the out. So ground out there. That'll bring up Evan Cornwell. Grounds it over to third, toss to first. He's in time for the out. Be Jesse Alfala. One is outside. Be 1-0. It's a strike there. Alfalo for 2 today, 303 average with 17 RBIs. Hits this one into left field. Should be routine. It is. Is there for the outs. A 1-2-3. Go the Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors. Goldey-Beacom up 2-1. Back here on the CACC network. Get ready for the next inning of Post versus Goldey-Beacom baseball. It's 7th. He started with a strike there to Joey Current. He's 1 for 2 today. A new pitcher in the ball game for Ray Skold's side be Logan Pulitano. The sophomore righty, standing at 5'9", 180 pounds, out of Beekman, New York. Comes into this one, relieving the starter, Justin Haskell, as that one is fouled away. He's making his 14th appearance today. He's got a 3.37 earned run average with a 3-1 record. He's got 34 innings of work under his belt this season. Here's the pitch. This one is fouled away. Current a strikeout in his last AB. His first AB doubled and later scored. That one is outside. Pitch. This one is swung on and hit into center field. Pretty deep. It's going to hit off the wall. He's going to stay as second. Oh, thought about going to third. He's able to get back in time and picks up his second double of the game. And the Lightning's 101. That's their 101st double. Trey Mason is the batter now, 1 for 2 today. 18 RBIs with a chance at a 19th now with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. That's in there for a strike. Mason singled and has flown out in today's game. Pulitano, the pitch. As we get away from Contreras, he's able to get back there, though. Well, they wanted him to go at second. They wanted him to break for third, but he held up. Probably a smarter decision, too. Didn't look like he had enough time there. Showing bunts again. He's able to get it off. Pretty good bunt. Third baseman able to scoop it up, but no throw as that one is not going to be in time. He's able to leg out a bunt single. The speedy legs of Trey Mason will get him aboard. He gets his second hit of the ball game. Is also able to move Curran over to third with still nobody gone here. That'll bring up Caden Barmer. This one is fouled away. Farmer 2 for 3 today, an RBI and a strikeout. 2 on, nobody gone here in the top of the 7th. This one is going to be in there for a strike. The 0-2, no, you'll throw to first. Still nothing going on over there. One is outside, and Contreras will end up throwing to the shortstop as they'll pick up a stolen bag for the Lightning. Now, 2 runners in scoring position, nobody gone. 1-2 the count. And now the umpire talking to Barmer. And coach is going to come out too. Tom Riley, the coach, is coming out to speak with the first base umpire. Third base umpire talking with the third base coach right now. Barmer is currently awaiting his next pitch. There's a good spot for the Lightning, too, with 2 on, nobody gone here. They only have a 1-run lead now. They'll look to extend it if they can here. And now back to baseball. Pitch. This one is grounded to short, tossed to first. Is in time for the out. So they pick up it out there. The runners stay put. Nobody advances. That's a very productive out for the Eagles. That'll bring up Connor Wilson, the new number 2 hitter. We'll look at a strike. He was a pinch runner his last time. Neris Jr. left with an injury. This will be his first AB here for Wilson. Did he go? He held off, it looks like. Wow. So 1-1. Politano gets set, checks over at second. The pitch. That one is just upstairs. 2-1. Politano, the pitch. That one is going to be in there for a strike. He holds up there. 2 on, 1 gone. The 2-2. Gets him on that one. It's the punch out. A big strikeout there from Politano. Well, that'll bring up Jake Macy's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. They have been able to silence one of the CACC's better hitters up to this point. Looks at a strike there. It looks like he clipped the corner of the zone there on the exterior. This one is swung on, popped up, foul territory, and not playable. Well, he did go for it. Erglovich wanted it, but couldn't quite get there in time. Oh, and 2 now to Macy. 2 outs, 2 on. Here in the top of the 7th. Head coach Tom Riley coming to check up on Macy, give him a little pep talk in a big spot here. Here's the pitch. Oh, that one just outside 1-2. Politano in a big spot here in his first inning of relief. Looking to hold off the Lightning from extending their lead. Just a 1-run ball game with 2 outs and 2 on in scoring position. That's a drop third strike. Toss to first is going to be in time for the out. So he gets the punch out on the drop third strike to end the inning. A big out there from Politano. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the home half of the 7th after stretch time in the Brass City. And the Eagles trail by 1. Some chance for the Eagles bench there as a strike is looked at here by Davey. Connor Blentz still out there on the hill. That one is hit right back up the middle. Second baseman is there to field it. Toss to first. Be a little off target. And he's going to be there safe. So Davey gets aboard there. They'll rule that a single. And that'll bring up Evan Erglovich. A big spot for the Eagles. Blentz getting set to toss his 90th pitch of the ball game. And that one's fouled off. 10 away from the century mark. Blentz, the starter for the Lightning, and his 11th start of the year. Came into this ball game with 52 innings of work. That one laid off. Now that was his fastball, which in high school was topped out at 86 miles an hour. At the time, it was just outside, though. So 1-1 to Erglovich. This one is fouled away. Erglovich 1 for 2 today. Umpire will come hand Blentz a ball. One and two to Erglovich. Blentz, a senior out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Toss to first. Oh, that's going to be off target. So he's going to get over to second. Oh, they're going to call him out. Oh, man. The Lightning able to recover and pin him down at second for the out. Well, the battery maid will come up and talk to Blentz. This would be tied for his longest outing of the season if he can get out of it. The farthest he's pitched on the year was 7 innings on April the 18th of this season. Also on April the 18th was his season low in walks. Only one allowed that day. That one's outside. Here's the pitch. This one is grounded. Going to get by for a base knock. So Erglovich picks up a single. And although Davey was thrown out at second, it is back-to-back singles for the Eagles. And that'll bring up the top of the order in Gil Dolan. Dolan 2 for 3 today. Looks at a strike there. Singled in two of his three ABs today. He also struck out in the third. Shows bunt. There'll be a strike there. Didn't pull back in time. So 1 on, 1 out here in the home half of the seventh. Eagles trailing by 1. The 0-2. We laid off 1-2 now. This one fouled away. Dolan is staying alive here in the at-bat. 1-2 the count to him. Looking to pick up his third hit of the ball game here. Well, that one inside. 2-2. Tying run on first. Dolan represents the go-ahead run. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out there. A big strikeout for the Lightning. Well, that'll bring up Joey Cohen. Cohen 1 for 3 today. Looks at a strike there. Lentz the pitch. Thought about going there. Did he go? He did not. 1-1 will be the count. Here's the 1-1. This one is swung on but fouled off. 1-2 now. So Ergolovich on first with 2 gone. The Eagles looking to tie it up here in the late stages of this one. Swung on and hit into left field foul territory and out of play. Cohen, 19 RBIs on the year, came into this game with a 286 average. Fouls this one off, stays alive in the count. Neither team has scored since the third inning. The Eagles looking to change that here with 2 outs on them. The pitch. Swung on, foul. Oh, man. That would have been a good piece of hitting there. One and two, though. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss. Gets the strikeout to end the inning, and a big strikeout there from the Lightning. So through 7, we've played 2-1. The Lightning lead it. We head to the 8th. Back here on the CACC Network as we get ready for the start of the 8th. It'll be Roman Keith, the batter here, the center fielder for the Lightning is the cleanup hitter. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3 today. He struck out, flew out. And I already mentioned he singled his last time up. 0 for 1 in the count. This one fouled off and winds up out of play, so now 0 and 2 in the count. Polidano is still out there in his second inning of relief for the Eagles. And a ball there, 1 and 2. Polidano, the pitch. That one laid off. It'll be 2 and 2 now. That one is outside. So full count here. Polidano set. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. Gets him, clips the outside of the zone, and he was shocked. He thought it was a ball. Umpire says no way. A punch out there to get us started here in the 8th. That'll bring up Brent Williams. He's 0 for 3 today. That one hits in there for a strike. The sun kind of pokes out a little bit. It is a gloomier day here in the Brass City. That one is fouled off. There's some rain in the forecast, so we'll keep an eye on that. There's still a second game to be played here today. Skold coming out and talking to Contreras. We want to make sure he's okay. Umpire giving some practice pitches so they can make sure everybody's okay. It looks like they will be. Oh, that one is up. That'll be a ball. Checks his swing there. But he did go through to first on the drop third strike. Be in time, so 2 strikeouts here to start us off in the 8th. So that'll bring up Bobby Stewart, 1 for 2 today, with a walk and a strikeout. Looks at a strike there. Logan Pulido looks to strike out the side. A strike there. Here's the 0-2. Oh, that one outside. A wild pitch there. 1-2. Checks the swing. Did he go? He did not. They really wanted that one there. But 2-2 the count now as Stewart slowly working his way back into it. Pitcher steps off. That's a ball. He stepped off, but they did not call for the reset on the pitch clock, so he had to get that one in super fast. Good motion there to get the throw in on target, but does miss the zone a little bit. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on and lifted into center field. This should do it for the inning, and it does. 1, 2, 3, go the Lightning. No hits, no runs, no errors. They still are up 2-1. We head to the home half of the eighth. Back here on the CACC network as we get set for the home half of the eighth. A low-scoring affair up to this point. We saw 2 runs from Goldie in the third and 1 from Post, and since then, nothing. We sit here and watch Manny Contreras take his first cuts of the inning. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. On the season, a .365 average, 6 long balls and 38 RBIs to go with it. And he looks at a strike there, 1-1 now the count. Still out there on the mound is Connor Blentz. And officially this is, up to this point, his longest start. He's only done 7 complete on the season as a wild pitch there. He did come into this one with over 100 pitches tossed. So he's already passed that century mark. It's really a question of how long will he go. The pitch. This one is popped up. Catcher trying to get it. Will not do it. Well, Blentz making his longest start of the year. Came into this one at 3.29. I should say 3.29 on the ERA. 3-2's the count now. Blentz, a senior out of Downings in Pennsylvania. Working through his 11th start of the season. The pitch gets him swinging for the punch out. Yet another strikeout for the Lightning. So after the Contreras strikeout, that brings up Andrew Hartman. Hartman has singled. He popped out in his last debut, and he grounded out in his first one. He's one of the hottest hitters right now in the conference, and he looks to help the Eagles try to get back in this. They aren't trailing by one. Hits this one back up the middle, and this will help them start that rally. A single there from Hartman, his second hit of the ball game. Well, that'll bring up Hunter Keller, the third baseman, is grounded out, walked, and was hit by a pitch. Eagles riding a 3-game home winning streak. They lost their last two. Both of those were on the road, though. This 3-game home streak is their longest of the season. Shows bunt. Can't pull it back in time. That's a strike there. Here is the pitch. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. There'll be a ball there. Swung on, grounded to short, tossed to second for one. Throw to first is a little off target. And he'll be safe on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Evan Cornwell, the shortstop. Grounded out and 2 strikeouts today. Got a 309 average on the year, 28 RBIs. He bunts this one. That's a perfect bunt. Oh, and they can't even field it. Look at that. He lays down the perfect bunt there. And now 2 are on. That'll bring up Jesse Alfala as the battery mate will come up and talk to his pitcher. It's a big spot here. Goldie is trying to break a losing streak right now. They were one of the better teams to start out the year. Now they've lost 7 straight games and are looking to get out of that funk before the conference tournament starts. They've also lost 4 straight on the road. The pitch Will be a ball there, 1-0 to Alfala. Alfala 0 for 3 today. He's got 17 RBIs, a 303 average on the season. He looks at a strike there, 1-1. This is a big spot for him and the Eagles. They're only trailing by 1. And we're hearing the cheers there. There's 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch. Oh, that one way outside. Good play by the catcher to keep it from going back behind the backstop. Both runners would definitely have advanced. We're hearing good cheers coming from the Eagles dugout. Blentz, the pitch. This one is swung on. That's going to get down. This will tie the game. Rounding third, headed home. He's in there. That is the tie. We are starting over in the 8th. Just a nice RBI single there from Alfala. Good piece of hitting, just gets it over and into the outfield. And now here comes head coach Tom Riley. And this could do it for Blentz. Talking to him right now. Looks to be okay. Does not look like he's got the inclination to make a change right now. I think he might want him to finish this inning. 2 runners on. There are 2 outs. 1 runner in scoring position. We're tied here in the 8th. A big game for both teams. Both sitting in the top 4. Both have already clinched a playoff berth. And both are looking to stay in that top 4 in a tight conference race. So that'll do it for Connor Blentz. His afternoon is over. We'll have a pitching change, and we'll tell you all about it when we come back. Back here on the CACC network as we come back from the pitching change. It is Kevin Dillon on the hill. Come in to relieve the starter Connor Blentz. He looks at a strike there. Dylan, a senior righty from Mount Bethel, PA, and Notre Dame High School. Bats right, throws right, as mentioned already. Dylan is a 6'2", 220-pounder. Fouls this one away. Ryan Davey, the batter, 1 for 3 with a strikeout today. Will go along with a ground out and a single in his last AB. Two on, two out. 0-2 the count. It stays alive. Fouls this one away. Dylan making his 13th appearance of the season for the Lightning. He's got a 4.86 earned run average and 7 saves on the year. Of course, no save for him today. But he's swinging a miss. He will get the Lightning out of this inning, but not before the Eagles strike for a run. They tie up the ball game. 2-2 your score. We head to the 9th. Back here on the CACC Network, the 9th inning is upon us. We are tied here through a Sean Roy, the batter here for the Lightning to start off the 9th. Logan Pulitano, the pitcher, still out there working on his 3rd inning of relief. Roy 0 for 2 today. He also has a walk. Pretty low-scoring affair up to this point. The run in the last half inning was the first run since the 3rd for either squad. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1 the count to Roy. That one outside, make it 3-1. Roy, a freshman infielder and pitcher, bats left, throws right. And he's out of Newcastle, Delaware. Hits this one foul. 7-8-9. That's the due-up for the Lightning. They can get one of those guys on base, and they will bring up their top of the order. This one is swung on and hit into center field, or left field, I should say. And he's there to make the grab for the out. That'll bring up Joey Current. Current is 2 for 3 today. That one is popped up by the backstop. Contreras trying to get it, but unable to make a play on it. Here's the pitch. One is in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count to Current. He's doubled twice today and struck out. Pitch. Oh, just outside. He lays off. That was a good pitch there. Looked like a curveball. Found the outside of the zone. He was looking for the swing and the miss on that one. Thought about going there. Holds up, so it'll be a ball. 2-2 now the count. Platano sets the 2-2. This one is chopped to short. Throw to first on a stretch is going to be in time. Second out there. That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Trey Mason. Mason 2 for 3 today. Pitch. That one is low. Ball there as well. Will be 2-0 now. Nobody on, 2 outs. Pulitano sets the 2-0. That one is going to clip the strike zone. It'll be in there for a strike. They get 2-1. He fouls this one off. Make it 2-2. Nobody on. 2 outs. 2-2 the count. Tied game at 2 apiece here in the top of the 9th. Pulitano, the pitch. Swan is swung on. Center field is there to make the grab for the out. 1, 2, 3, go the Lightning. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Back here on the CACC network, the bottom of the ninth. Evan Erglovich, the batter here. He's 2 for 3 today. Eagles looking to walk it off. Foul. Be 0-1 now. So Erglovich, the 9-hole hitter, if he can get on, he'll bring up the top of the order. Post in a good spot here. Dylan still out there on the hill, second inning of relief. That one is inside. Pitch to Erglovich. Oh, he swings, hits this one pretty well into right field. Just foul. Oh, man. Almost a walk-off bomb. He felt pretty good coming off the bat on that one. That was a long foul ball. One and two the count. Gets him with that strikeout. Wow, clips the zone. I can't believe it. Well, punch out there. That'll bring up Gil Dolan, top of the order. Back-to-back lefties to start it off for Dylan in the bottom of the ninth. 2 for 4, Dolan is. Fouls this one off, 0-1 now. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Dolan, 2 strikeouts today. He's 0 for 2 in the count. Nobody on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch. Thought about swinging there. Holds up, 1-2 now. Pitch. This one is fouled away. Still 1-2 to count. Dolan, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts in today's game. 290 average on the year with 21 RBIs. He's got 2 singles. In today's ball game, the pitch to him. Oh, that one inside almost gets him. Wow. Had to turn out of the way. 2-2 the count. That was a heater as well. That would have hurt in this crisp weather. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on and it hits into the outfield. It's going to be his 3rd single of the ball game. So that'll bring up Joey Cohen. He's 1 for 4 today. And a big spot here. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 9th. Cohen has grounded into a double play, grounded out, and struck out as well as hit a single in the ball game. Shows bunt there. Pulls back in time. It'll be a ball, 1-0. Cohen, a 286 average on the year, 19 RBIs. The Eagles looking to walk it off. Shows bunt. That one drops, but foul. 1-1. Checks on the runner at first. Throw to first. Nothing doing. Dylan sets. The 1-1. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. Did not go. Holds up. Now 2-1. Checks over at first. Now Dylan sets. The bunt shown again. Oh, pulls it back. Almost gets him. 3-1. Wow, that one almost got him in the face. Cohen working a good count here. 3-1. Dylan checks over at first. The 3-1 to Cohen. Pulls it back. Ball 4. Now the Eagles have something really special brewing here. Only 1 out here. And Manny Contreras up to bat. 0 for 3 today. And we're going to have a visit on the hill. It's a big spot and a big game for both. Contreras has got a couple of flyouts, a walk, and a strikeout in today's game. He comes into this one with 38 RBIs, 6 home runs, and an average over 365. He's got 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position with 1 gone here in the home half of the 9th. They're going to leave Dylan in there. Tom Riley just coming out to check on his pitcher. Make sure everything's going good, and a big spot for the Eagles here. It doesn't get much bigger than this, and Manny Contreras has a chance to walk it off for post. That one is in there for a strike. Eagles riding a 3-game home win streak right now. Goldey, meanwhile, has dropped their last 4 on the road and 7 overall. That one upstairs, a ball. This is truly a tale of two teams trending in opposite directions. Despite their back-to-back losses to Bridgeport, they're coming off a 5-game win streak for Post, as that one is a ball. Five of their last 7 they've won. They have a chance to make it 6 of their last 8 here. Dillon sets the 2-1. Thought about going, holds off. 3-1. The count. Eagles looking for their first home win against Goldey since 24. They get a walk? No. They call a strike there. He was ready for the walk, but didn't come here. This is a full count. 2 on, 1 away. Manny Contreras. A chance to walk it off for Post. Dillon, the payoff pitch. Fouled off. Cheers coming from the dugouts. Contreras, a big spot. Looks to end it with one swing. Gets this one. It goes into left field. Rounding third and headed home is the winning run. A throw in is not in time. Post walks it off. The Eagles are soaring at Municipal. Manny Contreras comes through with a clutch piece of hitting. Oh, man. It doesn't get much better than that. Manny Contreras comes into this one hitless in the ball game and makes everyone forget about it with one swing. Sends the Eagles off with a win in walk-off fashion. Man, that was a big one there. Just what a win for the Eagles. Pick up the victory in walk-off fashion. 3-2 your final score for this one. Folks, game 1 of 2 today, and wow. Not many words to describe the feelings that they must be feeling out there on the field, except for ecstatic. That is a big win for a team that is trying to stay in the top 4 of the conference. And a big win there. Goldey continues to trend downwards. Their 8th straight loss. That'll do it for game 1. From our entire crew here, Mike Bronson, Jerry Michaels on stats, Mike Vesey, Leah Lockwood.